Hello everyone, and welcome back to NieR Automata. This is episode 19. Last time we began Route C, and it took an interesting turn. Starting off with the continuation of the story after the initial end credits. We control both 2B and 9S until we get to this point with the logic virus that has infected the bunker, and then it eventually affected 2B. I think 9S slowed it down in that initial moment, but it was still there. 9S had to witness A2 putting her out of her misery, mercy killing, and has fallen into a chasm after A2 screaming with a vengeance-filled voice. And now we continue. We are A2. We got a fancy little haircut, and we need to replace our fuel filter. So things are getting very interesting as we have a third perspective to throw into the mix, but huge. Trying to think about, like the machines and the virus and how it managed to get in. I feel like it's connected to 9S in the way that, like, he had a virus from Eve and then ends up spreading into the machines, and so he's okay, but then uploads into the bunker. I don't know if anything that, like, it feels like that something Nines did would be involved in machines being able to exploit that connection and just fuck the whole thing up. And this is the thing about, like, a machine and android war. It's all technology. It's all, synthetic substance. It's all vulnerable in that sense to viruses on both sides. We're going to repair our fuel filter and talk to Anemone. Got a question for you. Any chance you could spare a fuel filter? A fuel filter? I'm afraid our supply recently ran out. Pascal makes them for us, so you could go pick one up directly if you'd like. Pascal? You know him? You trade with the enemy? His village is different. They've never caused us any harm. No way. Forget it. This may be hard to understand, but we forged an alliance and trade materials when the need arises. We can't be picky about who we reach our goals around here, about how we reach our goals around here. And besides, we aren't so far gone that we kill machine life forms after they surrender. Well, A2 clearly has much aggression towards the machine life forms. Probably because there's a lot of history there. What do you think? We've got another quest down this way.
Alert. A broken filter will cause significant problems with fuel distribution. Proposal. Replace the faulty part immediately.
Yeah, I know.
Coordinates confirmed for a colony centered around the machine life form known as Pascal. Location marked on map.
You don't know when to shut up, do you?
Huh. It's rude to eavesdrop. Oh. The hell? Talking to someone. At first I was like, is the other NPC just glitched and not appearing? And it's like, but then A2 was like, who are you talking to? That's interesting. What a beautiful sound. I could listen to this all day. Lovely music box. Oh, it just talking to her changed the music. You looking for the Resistance member who's usually here? Yeah, he stepped out. Said he had to make a delivery to the outpost near the desert. I thought he'd be back by now, honestly. Maybe you can check on upon him next time you're out the way. Thanks, I appreciate it. There's a female Resistance member stationed in the desert who might know where he is. Sorting Trouble 3. Didn't realize that talking to her would change the music in that area. That's very sweet. Why did I survive? Shouldn't have survived. Should have been someone better. Someone who took his job more seriously. You think so too, don't you? And booze is the best. Is it gone? Please tell me it's not all gone. I should have paid more attention on talking to these guys after the events that took place. A quest! A quest! Are you looking for something? Oh yes, but not this. Hello? You got a quest for me? Say, I think you'd be able to give us a hand with a certain odd job? Deviler, please. Well, what else can we do? Ever since that huge-ass tower showed up, we've been short on people and supplies. If we keep getting distracted by the little things, we'll never get those resistance members repaired. That's true, but... So there you have it. Anyway, mind lending us a hand? Great, much appreciated. Okay, so all we need is some strip screws, small gears, and machine oil. You can get strip screws from the machines that look like they've been stacked on top of each other. I think you can get small gears from the small machines with the short legs, and you should be able to find some machine oil near a deserted truck at the abandoned factory. Please don't put yourself in danger for this, alright? I should have everything.
Those redhead twins wanted. Guess I'll hand it over.
Hey, here's some I prepared earlier. Let's see. Yep, that's everything. Thanks for the help. And it's time for us to get to work, Deviler. So what are you guys making? Isn't it obvious? Daily necessities. We're often asked to handle various odd jobs around the camp. Why are they wasting the two of you on odd jobs? Oh, it's no bother. We're happy to help however we can. Frankly, we're thankful to just have a job of any kind. Anyway, enough gabbing. Here's your reward. Guys, this is a lot. Just take it already. It's not like we have anything to spend it on. Go on, you earned it. Maybe you'll agree to help us again later? 80% of all quests completed. Ooh, that's water and mushroom for pot upgrades. That is indeed water and mushrooms. And I still have another quest. I can finally do it. One pod to level 2. Now I need filler metal and power up part M. Okay. It just takes so long. You have to obviously specifically grind for these parts if you want to, you know, have this done earlier, but I've just kind of... There you go. Our first pot upgrade. Isn't that crazy? Hello again. I'd love to sit here and chat, but we need to head out, take care of a job. Things are a little crazy around here at the moment. I need to get these materials post-haste and... Hey sis, just ask already. Let me guess, you need a scrap collector. Oh, we couldn't possibly ask. Thanks. This is a huge help. Deviler, we can't keep asking people to... Yes, we can, sis. Let's just be grateful for the help. Anyway, I just need you to track down some desert roses. It's a pretty rare plant, but I'd start by searching around the old ruins in the desert. Sorry to put you through this, and please be careful. Some of the desert enemies are quite strong. Now I'm annoyed that I've sold those for money. I've only held on to one. For sentimentality. Now you're going to tell me... Now you're going to tell me... that I got to get more? Alright, how many? I got to get 4 more. I could have had those, but I sold them. So there you go. We'll work towards that. And we're going to go to the desert anyway for that guy. I'm just leaving here to see if there's dialogue first. Maybe we're just going to... just go straight to Pascal's village. Okay, what else have we got around the way? We have... Sorting Trouble there, Poplar's Errand there. Why not? Do the desert stuff before we do Pascal. What? That delivery guy? Yeah, he was here. He brought me a broken water purifier, which I already repaired and returned to him. We took it out to the storage facility forever ago. You telling me he's still not back? Our storage facility is over in the city ruins. Help us keep it safe from enemy attacks and all that noise. Hell, you could still be there for all I know. Let me show you where it is. Okay, to the city ruins with that one. I will do the Desert Rose. It wants us specifically to go out here. Well, alright. Pretty sure I could have gotten the Desert Rose around the corner here. This is where I've gotten one before, right? Maybe it just has a chance of being there. And now it's a crystal. This will go to... This cannot continue zone.
Those desert roses the twins wanted should be around here somewhere. But finding them is going to be a serious pain. Why are they running such dangerous missions in the first place?
Okay, so this is nice. There's like scripted desert rose for me to get. Instead of like, hey, hopefully you find them. Cool. That's good. I like that a lot. So the desert roses are in, I assume, only, I assume they're only here during this quest. Or maybe I can get them from here too. Who knows? This is in a really awkward spot. And yep. While I'm killing these enemies, and while I'm nearby, I might end up going into the this cannot continue zone, get some more stuff. Enjoy my additional drop rate for it.
More of you want to get killed, huh?
Seeing the machine get steamy when I taunt it is fun. Love that. I'm gonna have to give up my sentimental desert rose in a second, because I'm gonna get 5. It's already had 4.
That's it for the desert roses. Time to head back.
So if you... Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. So if you already have some in your inventory, it won't spawn in more than what you need, I guess. I'm gonna have to give up my sentimental one, sadly. Ooh, we get machine cores from in here. It's going to be a lot of being at capacity for a lot of these. Enemies are just spawning constantly. Meteorite obtained. I need that. Something that is really just quite a marvel to witness is just sitting back and watching this. watching this happen. Putting yourself in an area where enemies just constantly spawn, and hey, what if you put on those auto battle chips, you know? You're automatically attacking your enemies, automatically evading. You all the while just getting money, getting items. So much of it. Just, and I don't even have to do anything. Who wants to play a game these days, you know? They're playing the game for me. Honestly, kind of crazy, kind of unreal. I can just sit there for a bit and go, oh, cool. Now I have so much more money. I got so much that I don't even know what I got. Because you're just constantly getting shit. I'm at 99 of just the basic stuff constantly. But, not bad. Not bad. It's a shame that there are obviously some things that can't just be dropped by the machines, so I can't do anything about it. I still have to go and find those things. But I liked that. That was fun. Now I just won't be able to use specific pod programs, changing it back to normal. There you go. Would you look at that? We run around and go, oh, what do I get from here? That's what happens when you turn off auto battle. Alright, I'm going to leave this place now with that in mind. After that fun little excursion. Take our desert roses back to the twins and see what they like. We'll also check in with the city ruins as well. New version of this theme that's playing now as we walk out in the city ruins is really nice. I like it a lot. Ah, it's this area. There's finally something going on here.
So this is all the crap the Resistance was storing, huh?
Did you get trapped in this?
Voice patterns detected from inside storage facility.
He got trapped in this. You can't pull it, which is, that's annoying. I'll never know what that item is in the corner. Actually, I might be able to get it with auto-collect items. So, dude got himself trapped in here. That's a little bit better than what it could have been. Now, hang on, let's see if I can... I should just be able to get the item. Yep. Whoa! Tree seed. Alright, buddy, let's get you out of here. You're safe now. Yeah, thanks a million. Sorry, but could you do me a favor and clear a path so I can get out of here? I hurt my leg trying to force my way out. Also, as you can see, I'm pretty big, so I'm going to need plenty of space. Don't worry, mate. You're all good. Get out. Get out of here. Get out of here. Come on. I'm going to need plenty of space. Hey, don't worry, mate. Talking to me like I haven't got a path clear and ready for some reason. Unbelievable. I got trapped in there while trying to get everything organized. My supervisor tore through the place like a tornado and ended up boxing me in. I tell you what, I just can't keep up with her anymore. God damn it. There you are. I haven't seen you in who the hell's how long, and now I find you sitting here on your ass? Didn't I tell you to keep this place organized? Yes, but you were throwing things all over the place and I got trapped. If something's in the way, just blow it up. This is not freaking difficult. But I don't have any explosives. And build some. I mean, just look at all the crap around here. I could build 10 bombs with this. But there's no way to... Where? Zip it already. Time to teach you some goddamn bomb making skills. But I just work in storage. I don't need to know how to make a bomb. Cram it! Even a lowly warehouse man needs to know how to blow things up. Sorry my useless subordinate caused you so much trouble. You can have this. Not much, I know, but whatever. Anyway, I'll see you later. Fuck's sake. Jackass's bomb recipe. And a pod program repair. Okay. See, who needs a fuel filter? I have a pod program for repair. Temporary beam capable of healing the combatants as long as they remain within the radius. Cool. We haven't used the scanner much. I should probably use something else. A wire. Oh, cool. Grappling hook. Grappling hook. Never really used the shield. Haven't used the spear. Haven't used the blade. Haven't used the hammer. Isn't it just... the bomb is really, really good, and the laser is just really, really, like, chill. I'm going to use slow. See what happens with that one. That could be fun. Okay, sorting trouble 3 is done. That might be the last sorting quest. We'll do Poplar's errand. And then we'll go to Pascal's village.
You should know when you're thinking.
See how good the effects of slow are when we're in heated scenarios. Will we have to get more materials after the Desert Rose? There's only one way to find out. Hey, thanks. This will be more than enough Desert Roses. I knew this wasn't easy. Thank you. That's right. In one of those Desert Roses is my sentimental one. The one that I got for 6-0. Don't you understand? No new quest immediately, so maybe there'll be another one later. I have too many of these to fuse. And I have no idea what we ended up actually getting from standing there and just getting so many of these. God damn. Alright, an eternity.
Why are the twins being stuck with all these crap jobs?
Hypothesis. Continued crap jobs will eventually have a deleterious effect on the entire organization.
I'd better talk to the lady in charge about this.
Okay. Just gonna say, an eternity of fusing chips later. Yes? What is it, and why are you scowling at me like that? Ah, I see. This is about Deviler and Poplar. I understand how unfair it must seem for them to keep getting our most difficult and dangerous assignments, but I'm afraid that's going to continue for a while. The others are, well, they still haven't forgiven them. Forgiven them for what? Just who the hell are they, anyway? That's something you should ask them directly. Oh, yeah. Hey, who are you guys? What's your history? Hey, you have a second? I've got a little favor to ask. We need some tree sap to repair a tent. There are some super strong enemies guarding it. We can't even dent the thing with the flimsy little weapons we have, so maybe you can... Shut up for a second. Why do you two keep getting assigned the most dangerous jobs? You're not exactly equipped to handle this kind of thing. I'm sorry. We really should be handling our own tasks. Deviler. Stop it. I'll take the job. I'm better at killing crap than you anyway. What was it you needed again? Tree sap? That's okay. We'll handle this one ourselves. Deviler, I think we should accept the assistance. Come on, sis. We can't keep... Thank you. You have no idea how much this helps.
Where the heck am I gonna find that?
Search already performed. Regions rich in tree sap marked on map.
Well, aren't you a helpful little box? That ought to be enough sap. Time to head back.
Sap. Already in my inventory. Let's hand it over. What is going on here? I think I'm gonna puke. I turn around for 1 second and you got a mug of ale. Are we doing the thing in Replicant where if Deviler needs a little bit of liquid courage to start singing? Hello again. Did you manage to secure the tree sap? Thank you. I know this must have been difficult. Is Deviler sleeping? She was drinking. I think she finally passed out. She's been trying to cut back, but with things as rough as they are, well, everyone needs a release, I suppose. What do you mean, rough? It's not easy being a defective model, you know? In the past, a pair of models identical to ours caused a major incident. Popala, popala, my glass ain't getting any fuller over here. Bunch of no good, razzer, frazzer. Oh, Deviler. She does love that particular spirit. She makes it with Desert Rose, actually. You're welcome to try some if you like. Huh? What's that? No, keep your goddamn hands off my booze. It's mine. Mine. I'm gonna drink it all up. Meow. Meow? She can say some pretty odd things in her sleep. So you're gonna have a belt or what? Oh, maybe next time. When I drink, well, it's not always a good thing. Let's leave it at that. Anyway, thank you again. You should take a bit of time to rest if you can. So you used Poplar's booze. You used my Desert Rose to make booze? What effects will drinking Poplar's booze have on the body? Outside of eating fish, this will be one of the only other things that we've really ingested. Increases the power of weapon-based attacks by 50% for 30 seconds. Also restores 100% HP. Oh. It is this, like, E-type drug effect as well. No, can't drink anymore. It's not our fault. Guess what? Devil has made more of her famous liquor. You're welcome to some if you like. Do I just get one of those whenever I don't have any left? And I get to listen to the funny sound effects? There you go. Take care. I get... Awesome. The sound effects are still wonky. The sound effects are still wonky. But my visuals are back. Everyone's talking fast. I'm still drunk. The sound effects are all still messed up. When will they go back to normal? Maybe if I go lay down in bed and have a rest. What do you think? Sleep it off? Sleep off the fact that all of my sound effects are fucked. They're still fucked up. I've gone to sleep and everything. Wait, am I going through solid... Whoa. I'm going through walls. Oh, I can phase through... Oh man, I can phase through solid matter when I do this dash. I didn't realize that that was actually me, like, phasing through shit, too. Wow. Welcome back. You need anything? Take care. Everyone's talking and fast-paced. You've changed, number 2. The way you talk and act is completely different from how you were in the past. And you've become a true leader. I'm nothing compared to Rose. Rose. Actually, I have the record stored on that external drive. I thought I should preserve memories of the time we fought together. And I also think you have a right to see them. You and I must never forget. I know. Wow. This isn't even a quest marker. What the hell? Select a file. Your Pearl Harbor Descent Personal Record, Part 1. What? My name is Anemone, and I lead the android resistance. This is a record of the battles I've experienced and my losses. I leave it here as a warning to myself. The machine lifeform attack lends far too close for comfort. I smell an acrid odor and know that some of my hair has been singed off. Anemone, retreat for now. That's an order. That's my captain, Rose. I obey her without hesitation, running from the front as soon as I take out a few nearby enemies, feet flying beneath me. I leap into the hastily built trench where my resistance comrades are gathered. How many battles is this now? The same sights and sounds, the same struggle of attrition. My resistance forces play the same war on repeat with no end in sight. I don't even remember why we're fighting anymore, but I must continue regardless. I must continue until one side or the other is dead. This looks bad, Shion. What should we do? Calm down, Lily. We'll find an opening somewhere. You don't search for an opening, you make one. Dahlia, wait! I grab Dahlia's arm before she can flee the trench and turn to Rose. She brought us here after all. She must have a plan of some kind. But as the enemy horde closes in, Rose simply squints off in the distance. There's been a change in enemy movements, she says finally. Someone just started fighting over there. That's not possible, stammers Margaret. We're all here. Margaret's right. There are only 9 of us left. Captain Rose, Jabera, Lily, Sonia, Erica, Margaret, Shion, Dahlia, and me, Anemone. We're all that's left of the 8th Descent Forces. The one that took place roughly 200 years ago. A lot of flower names in here. An uneasy Sonia pulls Shion close and chews on a loose strand of hair. I don't like it, she says. What if it's some kind of machine trap? I wait for a while, heart pounding, until I hear the enemy fire lessen. Okay, I say. This looks like our chance. Let's pull back. Someone's fighting out there, Anemone, cries Dahlia. We can't abandon them. Oh, so you want to risk all of our lives for some stranger? Come on, we don't even know if this mystery fighter is on our side or not. It's not what I said. Enough, you two, barks Shion. The captain makes the final decision on this. After Shion speaks, all of us turn to Captain Rose. She looks us in the eyes and nods slowly before starting to speak. Jabera, the enemy is headed toward the explosives. The explosives we set up earlier, yes? Jabera thinks for a moment. Now that you mention it, yeah, they are. A slight smile crosses Rose's face, yet she still seems perfectly composed. Good. Then if this goes well, we might be able to take them all out. I want all of you to leave this trench and get to those explosives, says Rose. We'll let the blast take out most of them, then clean up the stragglers. Identifying our unknown mystery fighters can wait until we're done. No one objects to the captain's decision. The moment she issues the order, we all leap from the trench, as one and re-enter the fray. When we reach the battle, we find what appears to be another set of androids dressed in strange black outfits. Before they even know what's happening, we detonate the explosives, kill the remaining machines, and turn our guns in their direction. All right, I say to the strangers, start talking. Easy, says one of the mystery androids. We're on your side. We're new models rolled out as part of something called Project Yorha. Really? I say. We haven't heard anything about new models. I probably speak with more bluster than necessary, but I have to make sure they're actually on our side. I don't think they're lying necessarily, but I can't read their expressions thanks to the giant goggles they wear. And frankly, a little caution never goes amiss in the middle of a war. We learn that the 4 androids refer to each other as number 2, number 4, number 16, and number 21. Wow. So we're seeing, assuming A2, A4, A16, and A21? They also aren't in a hurry to share much more. Our mission is top secret, one of them says. That's why I haven't heard about us yet. I slowly draw my knife in an attempt to gauge their reaction. So in other words, no one will know any better if I kill you right now? Stand down, Anemone, says Rouge softly. No, cries Lily. She's right. We've all seen how quickly the enemy is evolving. Who's to say these 4 aren't machines that just look human? Ah, you're a little too early for that, Adam and Eve. They're around. My companions nod in agreement. The damn war has made us all suspicious. One of the strangers, number 16, I believe, draws a long knife from its sheath. If it's a fight you want, she says, I'm happy to give it to you. Before I can respond, Dahlia leaps in front of me with her weapon at the ready. This is it. We're going to fight. Just before the battle can erupt, the android called number 2 steps forward. Wait, she says. There used to be 16 of us, says number 2, but the others died during the descent. We're isolated and alone out here. Reinforcements aren't coming, and that means we have to finish this mission with the soldiers we have left. We don't need more enemies right now. What we need is allies. There used to be 16, but there's one that's with the number designation of 21. So just 16 of them being sent in, but not necessarily in numerical order. She finishes this speech with a soft sigh, as if trying and failing to hold her emotions in check. I know that sort of voice. It's the voice of someone who still has hope, despite all the odds. Wow, so that was the first entry. Archive obtained, Resistance Anemone and Resistance Rose. Oh, it's going to unlock new parts as we go through. Cool. Alright, hold on. Let's have a look at this. I think I might have to literally exit the game and come back in to fix up the sound. Also, Jackass's bomb recipe is 3 AIM-11s from flight units, the corpse of a suitable android, 5 cores from machine life forms capable of EMP attacks, an adequate amount of bonding agent, and a container, usually used a machine's head, but UBU. Disassemble each AIM and connect the image unit to the helix. Yank out the connector cable from dead android's spine and strip it using a file or whatever. Connect the cable and image unit, decode the machine life form cores and embed the image units inside them, then mix in the bonding agent and reshape. Don't forget to insert the cones it'll need to build explosive power. Once you're done with that, add some nails or whatever random shrapnel junk you have lying around. Infant Machines Memories. Is that the what's the Infant Machines Memories? Is that from the Forest King that A2 kills? When did that get added to my inventory? I don't know. Talking about being born. Don't leave me alone. I'm so lonely. Resistance rose. This android, encountered by the experimental Yorha Squadron, is the leader of a group composed of many Resistance members. A survivor of the 8th Descent operation, she continued to wage guerrilla warfare in the Pacific region thereafter. Unable to stop the ever-proliferating machines, she continued to fight a war of bitter attrition for over 200 years. After encountering the experimental Yorha Squadron, she sought to change the tide of battle through fighting alongside them. She was destroyed by machine lifeforms in the server room underneath Mount Kyala during the mission to destroy said server. Anemone, a member of the resistance group led by Dahlia that was encountered by the experimental Yorha Squadron. This unit was said to be unusually cautious and showed the greatest initial distrust of the experimental squadron. However, her disposition gradually grew more amicable after Scanner number 21 managed to eradicate a logic virus that had infected one of her companions. She executed an infected unit, number 21, in the elevator hall of the Mount Kyala server facility and went missing shortly thereafter. So number 21 was a scanner. So they weren't necessarily all like similar to A2, which is like prototype battle ones. There was a scanner. So 21S. So 21S managed to eradicate a logic virus that infected one of her companions, and she executed an infected unit, number 21, in the elevator hall of Mount Kyala server facility. So, if I'm to understand this with Anemone, 21S saved a friend with the logic virus, but then also that same unit got infected, and she executed him. We must find out more. So this is the first mention of a lot of things here. One of them being Mount Kyala server room. Something to that effect. We're doing some reading today in this one. I haven't even left the resistance camp. I'm going to save, and I'm going to go back to the main menu. I'm going to see if I can reset the sound effects and the fast speech, because it seems to be a permanent effect of the booze. Instead of it going back to normal with everything else, which is very strange. We have normal sound back. Okay. Let's keep reading. Part 2 of The Descent. I was actually expecting more parts to unlock as we progress through or do different things, but it seems that just reading one unlocks the next one. According to the Yorha team, there's an enemy server beneath Mount Kyala. If we can take it out, we might finally gain some ground in this endless war. But in order for that to happen, we need to work together. After a bit of thought, Rose decides to throw in with the new models. It's a relationship that changes as time goes on. What are you doing, Dahlia? Just showing this idiot how weak she is, replies a winded Dahlia. Ha! Wheezes her opponent, number 16. You're obviously outmatched. The two of them are taking turns hitting each other. It seems friendly enough, as those things go. Plus, they'd been doing it for so long now that both of them are out of energy. They likely couldn't punch through a piece of paper at this point. The rest of the group stares as the combatants and tries not to grin. Dahlia and number 16 seem to butt heads over the smallest little things. Maybe it's because they're so much alike. It's almost annoying how quickly muscleheads like to learn to like one another. The rest of us converse as Dahlia and 16 continue to spar. We call each other by names that I gave us, explains Rose. I see, responds number 4. I thought it strange you didn't use code numbers. She nods while she speaks, as though this all makes perfect sense. Suddenly, Captain Rose breaks out into a wide grin. You know what? She says. I think we should give all of you names as well. No, says number 2. It would be a waste. Rose eyes her warily. A waste? You can name me when the mission is over, she replies as a blush rises in her cheeks. I could tell her words also served as a wish for success. All right, responds Rose. I'll think of a name for you by then. She knows this is a fleeting promise, as most such things are, but it doesn't matter. Already I can see us growing closer to the Yorha team. Well, my friends are growing closer to them at least. You're all being careless. I state, much louder than I intend. Luckily, the others either don't hear or decide to ignore it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not about to go against the captain's judgment. But that doesn't mean I'm ready to just lie down and trust our new friends. Ours is a solitary existence that has long since been abandoned by the moon. No matter how they cried, mourned, or struggled, the voices of our departed comrades went unanswered. So how can you trust an entire squad of new models that you just met? What's wrong, Anemone? I hear Lily calling to me. She's likely concerned about me being apart from the rest of the group. Nothing. I begin. I'm fine. Before I can complete my thought, Lily suddenly opens her mouth and emits a terrible scream. Ah! Lily's scream echoes throughout the entire camp. It's heartbreaking. It's agony. It's horrible. She's infected, screams Rose. Lily's infected. We all draw weapons out of instinct as much as anything else, pointing them at our comrade as she continues to scream and scream and scream. We all know what's happening. We've seen it before. It's a logic virus, a machine weapon that hijacks android systems and overwrites their data. And since there's no known cure, it's also a death sentence. I need to show her mercy. I need to set her free. My finger rests on the trigger, yet I hesitate. And before I can make that final, fateful decision, I hear a voice rise up from somewhere behind me. Stop! You can't do this. You can't just let your friend die. It's number 21. The girl I'd thought to be cool and composed beyond all measure was now pleading with me to spare Lily's life. What do I do? What the hell do I do? Lily said you were like a family to her. You can't abandon family. Not before you exhaust every possibility. What can you do then? I'll use my power to erase the virus. That's impossible. Rose spat out what we were all thinking, but before we can act, Lily starts to send nearby comrades flying with impossible strength. I've seen infected androids before. I know how much damage they can do once the virus turns off their limiters. They'll fight and fight until they're utterly destroyed. Dahlia and number 16 rush into the fray, trying to suppress their former friend, but she swats them away like flies. How many of us have been infected now? How many friends have I been forced to put down? The heart I'm not supposed to have aches with the thought. It aches as I remember all of the identification numbers that have been retired. When did I start giving them names? When did I decide I simply couldn't endure it any longer? Initiating reprogramming sequence. That voice, number 21, she's screaming something about reprogramming. I don't know what to do. I'm lost. As my vision slowly clears, I see number 21 inputting commands into her terminal, while number 2 and 4 hold her down. They hold her as she writhes, and Rose stares at me with surprise. Oh no. I'm holding Lily too. Wow. Ooh. Yorha Gunner 16, Scanner 21, and Attacker 4. So we have the Attacker, Scanner, and Gunner designation. So 16G, 21S. But then it's also, it's A4, right? Not like 4A in the way that A2 is Attacker 2, I guess. We will not be reading those files ahead of time because what I have discovered is that this game is giving us information within these parts, like the stuff about 21S and the logic virus. We read about that before this, so it's you know, I don't know until I've read it that I'm like, oh, I should probably hold off of that. Also, it's playing 2 songs at the same time. It's playing 2 pieces of music at the same time. It's not the same piece of music because it's clashing. The music is clashing. I'm gonna literally just exit the game instead of going back to the menu. We went from sound effect staying to playing 2 songs at once. It's playing like the normal theme. And then it's also playing a different type of theme as well. Alright, let's try this again, hopefully with less audio issues. Part 3. And then we'll read all of the files that we unlock after. 14th Machine War. Pearl Harbor Descent. The name of the mission entrusted to the Yorha soldiers. Was there ever such furious gunfire? Such bombings that continued without pause? Our target is the machine server under Mount Kyala, and our situation is dire. We need reinforcement. Requesting deployment at once. Number 2 speaks quickly yet calmly, which is all the more remarkable considering the hostile army closing in on our position. But the command center in the orbiting satellite informs us no reinforcements will be forthcoming. We are abandoned. We are alone. It's so easy to do from up there, from the satellite, from the moon. I'll do whatever is necessary, says Lily with a grim smile. Dahlia and Margler quickly nod in agreement, as does number 16. They decided to join the rear guard, staying behind to be our shield, even though it comes at the cost of their own lives. Regardless, they all agreed without hesitation. For we in the vanguard would be joining them in death soon enough. Without another word, we turn our backs on each other and take up positions. We know this is the end. Dahlia and the others will buy us time to reach the gate at Kala's Peak. Beyond that lies an elevator, and beyond that is the server. If we can destroy it, we'll deal a devastating blow to machine lifeforms throughout the Pacific region. But as I notice number 21 scowling at the elevator, I start to have a bad feeling about the final stage of our mission. Go on, she says. I've got this. We crowd into the elevator as she begins hacking the terminal. She doesn't need to tell us what's happening. It's clear that the elevator won't descend all the way to the server unless someone stays behind to control it. Enemies incoming. They're almost on us. As I speak, I suddenly find myself leaping from the elevator and taking up a position at number 21's side, almost as if my body is out of my control. Something is wrong. Something... I'll back up number 21, I cry. The rest of you take out that server. The doors close on my friend. The last thing I see is the face of my captain, Rose. She looks concerned, but then the doors shut and she is no more. That was the last time I ever saw them. But it's alright. I'm going to finish this one way or the other. The only sounds we hear are distant explosions and the rasp of number 21's breathing. Thank you, she whispers, for staying with me. I look at her. I look at her eyes and I see the telltale red of a logic virus infection. I was right after all. I sigh softly as I draw my weapon. I've seen comrades infected before. That's why I couldn't leave her to die alone. The vaccine she gave Lily is already ineffective. The enemy has evolved. They studied number 21's patterns and developed a new resistance. No one can save her now. When the elevator reaches the server, begins number 21 weakly. Then I'll give you peace, I'll reply. The elevator moves ever lower, creating a countdown on number 21's life. How much time has passed? How much can possibly be left? Too long to wait, yet not long enough for regret. A massive explosion echoes in the distance as the hole slowly shakes. It's the final act of Lily and the others in the rear guard. They just overloaded their own fusion reactors. The sound of our comrade's demise slowly fades from our ears. As it does, number 21 reaches up and slowly removes her goggles. I'm glad I got to meet you, she says. Her eyes are so red, but not completely. There's still a little of herself left. And while it is... Don't worry, I say. I'll be with you soon. She smiles as my words reach her ears. As soon as the elevator touches down, I fire a bullet into number 21's brain. I watch the thing that used to be her tumble to the ground. I stare at the gun I hold in trembling hands. I press it to my temple. This will end it all. The war. My meaningless existence. All of it. It will finally be over. Unforgivable. 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 Your comrades sacrifice themselves and fight to the last breath. They feel suffering, they feel sadness, they feel pain and terror. And yet you would surrender now? Unforgivable. The voice is a battlefield curse telling those who survive to see their mission through no matter what. It is another me crying out. I scream at the top of my lungs and race down the hall. I'll show you. If you're gonna push me, I'll show you. You'll only be satisfied if it ends with more killing. I leap into the fray with weapons in both hands. Here I am. Here I am. Kill me! As I scream, an explosion suddenly rises up and sweeps everything away. A soft wind touches my cheek. I smell fire. I smell ash. The explosion in the server room was powerful enough to take out Mount Kyala itself, reducing the proud summit to a smoking crater. The machines immediately drop to the ground and stop moving. I look out over the scorched earth. Lily? Number 16? Rose? Number 2? Or any of you? I am the only one left. The only one. I was alive because I had been afraid to die. I begin to giggle. It's a mad thing, crazed, even to my own ears. I'll join you soon. You promised to join her soon. How could I have said such vain, laughable words, such lies? I laugh. I stand in the smoke and the flame and laugh until I think my very throat will tear itself in two. I blink. Daylight drifts through the smoke. I've been standing here all night. My laughter finally depleted, I force myself to my feet. I'm the coward who stayed behind, the coward who lived. Now it's my job to carry on the will of those who fought at my side. Since I can't kill myself, I have to fight until someone does it for me. I'll endure every hardship. I'll kill every machine I find. This is my cross to bear. I walk slowly into the west, dragging my broken body along. Pearl Harbor Descent Summary and Yorha Attacker 2. Number 16. Number 21. Number 4. I'm sorry I'm still alive. But I'll be joining you as soon as I finish some things up. Fucking hell. So, riddled with survivor's guilt, being the only one of the squadron to live. So is it just A2 and Anemone left? God damn. Absolutely brutal. Where's the machine server in this region? And why haven't we wiped that out if all the machines have fallen flat? The motivation for A2's desire to kill the machines and that anger, it makes sense when it stems from this. Now we can actually read this properly. Gunner 16. A unit from the experimental squadron that was utilized during the 14th Machine War. Number 16 possessed a rough and tumble personality ideal for her role as a gunner, where she was required to attack foes from a distance. Though she possessed a defiant streak that extended even to her superiors, she was assigned to the mission anyway, due to her tremendous offensive abilities. During her squad's assault on Mount Kyala, Number 16 volunteered to stay behind and hold off the machine lifeform army so her companions could continue up the mountain. She fought with great courage alongside members of a local resistance group and managed to hold off overwhelming numbers until the appearance of a Goliath that was unaffected by ordinary weaponry. Seeing no other way to end the fight, she chose to destroy the enemy by overloading and detonating her own fusion reactor. This act of self-sacrifice, despite her defiant nature, is one of remarkable interest and likely merits further study. So one of the really interesting things about this as well is when we're reading on what happened here and we're reading into like logic viruses, it establishes that this wasn't, the logic virus that I got to experience going through the bunker and onto the Yorha androids was not its first appearance. It was not where this first starts. This has been established previously and maybe even before that. And it's just something that the information doesn't reach people. Like the information and the discovery of this stuff doesn't get communicated because maybe they're not being observed. I don't know. Maybe they are aware of it, but there's nothing they can do about it, so they don't even acknowledge it. But it's such a curious case. We're like, yeah, the logic virus, and then the machines keep adapting to like the scanners that try to fix it. Scanner 21 possessed a cool and analytical personality that perfectly fit her role as a scanner. I think this is the first confirmation that there can be scanners that are female, because the only scanners that I've seen so far have just been like similar to 9S. So I guess they're not exclusive. I think the only like battle units and like the Yorha members that were also like with the designation of B have all been women as well. So it's interesting to see how there's this presentation. I guess there could also be battle models or gunner models that are a whole different thing. I don't know. But this was a squadron. At least in the descriptions that were being given here, they were all women. Her first and perhaps most impressive achievement was using her analytical abilities to cure a member of a local resistance group who had been infected by a logic virus. Unfortunately, she fell victim to the same virus shortly thereafter during the assault on the server. Though she fought valiantly, the virus had evolved into a form that she could no longer remove, which eventually led to her asking an allied unit to end her life. Experimental Yorha Unit number 21's initial success against the virus has been determined to be valuable information regarding how to construct barriers against machine life forms, and should be included in the basic systems of all subsequent Yorha Squadron members. Okay. Well, that didn't work, did it? It still got through to all of them. A2 somehow avoiding getting corrupted. A4 possessed an unusually bright and cheerful personality. She still managed to be effective when it came to engaging in close-quarter combat. In addition to providing a morale boost to the group, this unit also used her sunny disposition to form an alliance with the local resistance group. She was eventually killed during the assault on the server, the cause of which was a self-directed overload of her own fusion reactor. Further research reveals that she undertook this action as a means of protecting her companion, Attacker Number 2. One further note, while this unit's cheerful personality provided certain benefits to overall unit morale, it was also responsible for a decrease in fighting spirit during intense combat. As such, it has been deemed inappropriate for future combat models. Remove that sunny disposition. Yorha Attacker 2. She specialized in close-quarter combat and was programmed to have a neutral personality. Number 2 took command of the squadron after the death of its original captain, Number 1. Despite issuing many questionable commands during her initial time in a leadership role, she eventually formed a working relationship with the Resistance and succeeded in destroying the enemy server located on Mount Kayala. While the experimental Yorha Unit Number 2 possessed great growth and adaptability abilities, she also deserted her post following the destruction of the server, and as of this moment, she is yet to be apprehended. Our R&D group is currently conducting further research to determine whether or not there were issues with this model's personality settings. The missing experimental unit, now designated A2, will be handled by the Type E Division. The Type E division. I guess the thing that confused me about the mention of Anemone and reading this and reading the inclusion with this Pearl Harbor descent was I thought I was reading from Anemone's perspective, like the whole time, but I think that it was also not that the whole time, because then clearly the stuff at the end was A2. So I guess there were multiple perspectives in the descent summary. Let's have a look at the actual summary here, though. For this descent, 12 experimental Yohei units were deployed to destroy the server located inside Mount Kyala on Oahu Island. However, they encountered heavy enemy anti-air defenses during the initial stage of the mission, resulting in the death of all but 4 squad members. The remaining units then joined up with members of a local resistance movement and decided to continue the mission despite their initial losses. A handful of units managed to reach the target location, at which point Unit Number 4 overloaded her fusion reactor and destroyed the enemy server. While the destruction of the server struck a blow against enemy forces, the true purpose of this operation was to monitor and research how the experimental units behaved during battle. This information would then be studied and integrated into new Yoha models once the project were to proceed past the experimental phase. One note of concern: it has been verified that the black box signal of the experimental unit A number 2 remains alive. Due to the possibility of the unit being captured or compromised by the enemy, and due to the unit's existence itself being a matter of the highest level of confidentiality, it has been decided that it is to be recovered or disposed of by the Type E division once that group is fully operational. And there's our descent records. Red. And then I don't know if there's going to be anything else in that regard, but illuminating to A2's history and her character and the motivations. And now it's Pascal's village time. We'll leave and continue on with the main quest.
There's machines everywhere.
Analysis. This is a colony of pacifistic machine lifeforms led by the unit known as Pascal. It is logical for a large number of machine lifeforms to be present. This pod has concerns regarding Yorha Unit A2's predictive skills.
I'd be more concerned about me smashing your face if I were you.
Nothing much happens here, which is what makes us so special. Goddamn black pearl. Need one more black pearl. We can upgrade quite a few of these to level 4. I'm seeing that I need sturdy sockets. I'm needing clean nuts. And another black pearl. I'm going to go see the guy in the forest soon. He taught me how to make things. I'm going to go see him too. Don't you worry about that. And we'll read some more weapon stories. Ah, it's the woman from before. Thank you again for rescuing me. Now then, how can I help you? Summary. Yorha Unit A2 possesses a faulty fuel filter. She has obtained information from Anemone, leader of the resistance camp. She has traveled to this village in order to obtain a new filter. End summary. Request: 1 functional fuel filter. Do you really need to spell it all out like that? Analysis. A2's lack of verbal communication made this pod's assistance necessary. Shut up. Ah, I see. Sadly, I'm a bit short of materials right now. I need rigid tree bark to create a filter, but the only location I know is guarded by ferocious machine lifeforms. I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't make a filter at the moment. Confirmation. Unit A2 will secure and deliver rigid tree bark. Don't confirm that by yourself.
Areas where rigid tree bark is available marked on map.
God damn it.
Analysis. Hostility toward the peaceful machine lifeform Pascal is pointless from an energy usage standpoint. Proposal: form a friendly relationship immediately.
You've got to be kidding me.
Isn't this just funny? Isn't this just funny? It is unfortunate, you know, given how A2 is like on the very serious side of viewing machines. It's like the most extreme viewpoint against machines that we have gotten, and yet forced to be friendly. She was forced to be friendly with the machines. Oh man. Revenge for the king. Well, it was A2 that destroyed it. Just need that right there. Yep. Just that right there.
Guess I'll go back to that machine.
The rest of this was optional.
Here's your stuff.
Thank you so much. I'll make a filter right away. Please just give me one moment.
He can fly.
You saw Pascal fly away
The machine
before.
lifeform Pascal has returned.
Fuel filter. Thank Pascal for the filter. Ah, A2, can I help you with something? You gave me that filter for free earlier. I need to pay you back. It would bother me otherwise. How conscientious of you. Yeah, so if you think of something, let me know. I do have a bit of a problem now that you mention it. A ferocious machine has been attacking our children in the area where they play. Could I possibly trouble you to slay it for us? I do hope you'll agree. We really don't have anyone else to ask. Thank you so much. I promise to repay you for the trouble. Vanquish the bad bot. Okay, and it's just here right now and nobody's freaking out? I think it's probably not what it seems. Alright, what's this bad bot?
Hostile machine.
Oh, no, wait, it really is. Wow, okay. What the fuck? How interesting. I guess that makes sense. They have cleared out this little zone. It really was a bad bot. Okay. How'd that get in there? We heard you defeated that nasty creature. Thank you so much. Here's your reward. Please take it. Sturdy socket. I built this village because I detest fighting. I wanted it to stand as a monument to the power of peace. But when we surrendered our weapons, we lost the ability to defend ourselves. Not many within the village want us to rearm and vanquish nearby enemies in order to preserve our peace. What do you think we should do, A2? Dunno. That's for you to decide. Yes, I suppose so. But let your villager friends know. If anyone tries to attack me, I'll wipe this place clean off the map. I will make a firm note of it. A2? If you like, you're welcome to take a look around our village. It would be nice for you to know more about us. Sure, if I feel like it. Fulfill the requests at Pascal's village. Sis, hey, big sis! Huh? Come on, big sis, play with us. I don't play with machines, don't get lost. Come on, I want to play with you. I'm an android, weirdo, I'm your enemy. So do what I say before I kick your sorry ass. You're funny. That's not supposed to make you happy. Big sis, make us something to play on, big sis. What? No. But we need something to play on. Yeah, it's boring right now. Seriously? They sell stuff in the tool shop. Go buy us something. Yeah, buy us something for us. Alright, just quit bugging me already. Yay, we did it. Play with us accepted. Hello, A2. I appreciate all the time and effort you took for our children. Every one of them is a singular treasure to me. Indeed, they are treasures to the entire village. Our very future rests in their little hands. I imagine you find it odd for machines to speak of the future like this. I don't know. I trust that our children can stand strong against the senseless conflicts of this world and blaze a new trail for our people. However, one of the children is suffering from a faulty storage element. If we don't do something for the child, so repair it already. Alas, we lack the parts to do so. They can only be found deep within the abandoned factory, and that area is swarming with terrible machines. It pains me to say this, but you, A2, are the only one we can turn to. Thank you so much. The required part is in the area known as the abandoned factory. I truly do appreciate this. Storage element accepted. Welcome. You're looking for play equipment for the children? I'm afraid we don't have anything like that in stock at the moment. However, I'm sure I could build something with the proper materials. Tell you what, here's a list of what I'll need. Bring me those materials and I can get to work. Everyone around here is weirdly pushy. Don't be absurd, we are not. Fine, I'll do it. You just bug me about it every waking minute of my life otherwise. An excellent choice. You should be able to find what you need at the amusement park. Oh hell, that's forever from here. Safe travels. I do not have everything I need either. Poop. This is gonna suck. Alright, to the abandoned factory we go. And then to the the amusement park, and then the abandoned factory. And it's a main quest request in the village, so we'll do that when we come back. What can I buy from you? Materials. Ah, yes, the mask that we have, and then meteorite shards. What do we use this for? Actually, surely something that we upgrade. Whoa! Oh my god, this is the first time that I've decided to actually fall down the platform. There's a whole other... That's funny. I've always just gone back this way and never fallen down the gaps. A chest there the whole time. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bro. Let's see how the amusement park has changed. Fuck, it has changed. Zombie machine. Oh, please die. What the fuck? That's gonna go into my unit data, right? Oh, wow. The amusement village has changed into Zombieland. And look at that. They're zombies, but they're also, like, not attacking me. Machines, where? Oh, that used to be a family once upon a time. Good. Yeah, unit data has been updated for some. Give me. You'll be the one. No way I can still use this shop. Don't shout. What if they find us? Can I help you? Wait, what? How? How? How are you just chilling here? And you're fine. Don't even know if I really need these, but I'm buying them. I might need more of these for crafting. Thank you. So the shopkeeper machine is chill. What the fuck's going on with the big... And your normal machine on a break is just still on a break. Oh, acting strange. Machine on a break has managed to avoid getting caught up in the zombification process. Gotcha. Well, I'll come here and save. Alright, some of my toy materials. Junk. Broken. Oh. The tank is back. The amusement park Goliath tank. We will destroy it again. There you go. What is that beeping? It's in this game. The beeping is coming from this game. Ooh. Oh. It's this. Oh, wow. Is it that? It was that. It was a pod beeping. I got Vault from a dead Yohe. Restrains and shocks one nearby enemy, causing continuous damage over a period of time. Okay. Note to self, if you hear that beeping, it's a pod. Finally, this should be everything I need to make those bratty kids happy. Better take it to that creep in the tool shop. Dare we go on this again? Look at that. Look at that off in the distance there. Shall we take a ride on the roller coaster as A2? And then we'll have to go into the place and see what happens as well. We'll go back in. There's two, from what I can see. One here and then one over there. We have floating machine fortresses now, or what? Not to mention, like, the huge structures that are coming out of the ground and out of the ocean. Well, we've done the full loop. I was like, maybe we gain something from doing that, but no. Sadly not. But we're able to go inside the old-fashioned way. I guess this has got to have some connectivity with the machines getting smarter. They're making floating... They're making some goddamn floating rocks. Oh, I missed that. No! I missed that one as 9S. That's annoying. We won't leave just yet, because I want to see what happens if we go all the way into the building. And then we'll go to that other place we gotta go. Fun! There's nothing in this building, upstairs or downstairs. So coming to this specific place to see if there was something going on with big floating machine cylinder had nothing for us. But we will go back to Pascal's village with these materials after we also get the other things that we need. Once again, we find ourselves at the abandoned factory. So I'm not sure how deep in here we'll need to go. Oh, yeah, but this will be the aftermath. God damn it. This will be the aftermath of this. We can take the elevator. It's above us. This is going to be the interesting travel. Being watched on a little security camera there. We'll go up, but the elevator is operable. We still have the normal machines that were here before. They're here still. New weapon types here. Storage elements.
Machines destroyed.
So this is the part Pascal wanted? Can't believe I'm killing machines to save a machine. Ah, screw it. Better go see Pascal.
Okay, so that's done. I'm not sure what else we could discover in this place, or if there is anything to discover. Our curiosity could be rewarded. Can I go back down and reactivate those terminals down here?
Come on, let's have some fun.
They all became as gods. I guess, like, there are chests in this area that, like, we wouldn't come here, or we don't come here as 9S, but, like, there's that chest there, for example. So I assume that that is, like, when we have the option to support or monitor 9S instead of A2, that this is one of those locations we could come to and open these chests. So I'll keep that in mind. Makes sense that that's how we would be able to get those items. So this could even be, like, more beneficial for 9S to check this out over A2. As you can see, place is fucking dark now. Oh, there's still there's still machine cultists down here. Wow. Look at that. Is it like if you didn't destroy them, there's still a chance to face them for unit data reasons? I don't know. How interesting. They're strong. But yeah, there's this place is not completely empty. I can reconnect with that terminal. So we can now transport, assumedly to and from, at least two. We can go somewhere else. And then maybe we'll go to the other transporter just to make sure it's selected. Oh my god, one guy in here. Oh, he's got friends. Oh, okay. So I remember us going into this room the first time we were through here. And there was a lot more machines in here, but not these. And these worms, they're hitting hard as fuck. I don't think we've gone up against this specific type before. The red and black versions of the worms. We got one. Got another one. Okay, there we go. So we destroyed the worms down here, as well as the lone worshipper. Very interesting. So there's definitely stuff to discover being in the factory. There's new enemy types that we hadn't seen before. Or variants, rather. %, of all unit data unlocked. Ow, you hit me with your arm. as you came down. Okay. So we are seeing new machine variants frequently down here for the old unit data. It was worth coming down here for a bit of a fight after all, wasn't it? Oh, God. Oh my, oh, it's just so easy to get caught in the blow here. Oh, for God's sake. I slipped right into a fucking thing and I'm gone. At least we've saved. Alright, let's continue from where we left off. I'm not going to try to do that in the dark. And it is a door that is blocked. So there's a couple of doors in here that need to be hacked. So I guess the good news is because I have I've played as A2 and gone through this area. At the very least, hopefully, maybe, if I come back in here as 9S, I've already unlocked the stuff. That's the hope, anyway. Okay, so we've activated both of the terminals in here. Hopefully, it'll be easy to fast travel back here later as 9S, maybe? And we can get those hacked chests and doors open and see what's lying beyond there. Ooh, for now, however, is that the... That is, yes, that is the empty shell of the Goliath that we faced. In a very similar looking big old arena that we've had plenty of boss battles in during NieR Replicant. Just get to see the burning remains. Tough enemies in there, but some good additions to the unit data. So we got over 80% in that. Can't complain.
Better shut off your pain circuits.
And now we're back up here. How good's that? The factory. What a time. So... Oh, you know what? We hit 80%. But I also got killed, and maybe I've missed one. Maybe I've missed one. Because we're at 79% again. It's a bit of a shame. We didn't read the Hegel. The unit formed through the linking of several multi-legged Goliath-class machine lifeforms, and the colossal energy output is enough to keep even its enormous body afloat, and permits it to separate and rejoin at will while unleashing a variety of attacks. Wonderful. There you go. 79%. I'll come back in here for the remaining percentages as 9S with my hacking skills, and I think that would be the better approach to this place. It is funny because I'm like looking through this being like, yep, should have come through here with 9S. This is his type of zone for sure. That's okay. Didn't know. Interestingly enough, I am hearing that pod signal again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm so glad I was able to get out of that. I was not where I was allowed to be. Alright, hold on. Where is that beeping coming from? There's a pod around here. I'm so... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why? Oh no. Oh, this is... Yeah, this is not good. This is probably the worst thing that could have happened. I'm literally out in the Matrix. Fuck. Dude. No. What do you mean there's a hole in the map? I'm cooked. How do I get out of this? I don't. That's it. That's over. Yikes. Alright, back here again. Where we can hear the pod noise. See if we can find it without falling out of bounds. Without falling out of bounds, maybe. We'll see, huh? I'm not hearing the beeping anymore. I was like, maybe it's all the way back at the start. Only some gold ore here. It's getting louder. It is. We found it. I got missile. The beeping never lies. So we now have riding atop the pod with a certain degree of directional control, rushing forward into the fray. We're at 94%. I'll have to give that a good look. Now, was that worth falling into the map a bunch of times and reloading? Sure, why not? Please don't do it again. Alright, here we go. Oh, hang on. Oh god, probably actually have missile. Whoa, there you go. There's missile. Turn yourself into a missile. Alright, I think after all of that, I am ready. Do not go that way. I'm scared to fall in. With all of that done, I think I've now earned my leave of the factory. Until the next time. Alright, time for us to go to Pascal's village. We are returning the goods that we have obtained through the suffering of the abandoned factory. Did you find the materials? Excellent. Just give me a moment. 5 minutes later. I've built what you requested and installed it where the children like to play. That was fast. By the way, the children said they wanted to thank you personally. They're at the top of the village, playing near the slide. They'll be happy to see you, I'm sure. Where is that little guy going? Where'd that little guy go? Oh my god, it's a fucking slide. Oh, it's a slide. Oh, that's so funny. Hey, it's Big Sis. Big Sis, thanks for building this, Big Sis. Yeah, thanks. Sure. Hey, Big Sis. Huh? What now? We just want to give you something, because you helped us. It's a thank you present. Yeah, thank you. Ah, A2. Ah, don't do that, Pascal. I apologize if I scared you. I heard you built some play equipment for our children and wanted to thank you in person. Don't worry about it. Try not to overwork yourself, alright? Feel free to pay us another visit whenever you like.
A group of pacifist machines, huh?
She's beginning to believe. This is so fun! Yay, fun! Yep, it's a thrill a minute. My turn. So good. Ah, A2, you have the part needed to repair the child. I cannot thank you enough. This is meager compared to what you've done, but please take it. In all honesty, we could have... In all honesty, but it says in all honestly, we could have transferred the child's core to another body instead of repairing the original. This process allows us to resurrect ourselves as many times as we want. However, it comes at the cost of our memories. So in a way, we would no longer be the same child. Thankfully, this is no longer an issue. Thank you so much. See how they have a different problem of like, they lose their memories for a new body in the way that the androids need to back up their data so that they can continue to have those memories. We will see what this guy has to give us next time, as we will bring this episode of NieR Automata to a close. We will save it here, go to Amusement in the forest, and talk to this guy for the next quest in the next episode. Route C is progressing very nicely, getting a lot of background information on A2's history, also getting exposure to the pacifist machine, softening her up a little maybe, or just exposing her to the concept of these machines being more than the network that they were enslaved by. Similar to Johan, isn't it? We'll have to see how A2's development continues, as well as the remaining quests next time. Thank you so much for joining me for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then.